It's week 6 of the LCS with coverage brought to you by Alienware. I'm joined right now by Zven from Cloud9 as Cloud9 continues to surge up in the standings. So, Zven, you guys have been doing really well lately. What do you attribute the success to?
I don't know. Good players.
That's it?
The systems.
Your players got better?
Yeah, I mean,
So, yeah,
I think
let's talk about M&S. I assume he's been a big role in that.
yeah, M&S is very different than Niplex, which is a luxury to have. That when you do have like this 6-man roster or like 2 different players you're trying out, that it's good that they're different. M&S is he heavily prefers early game champions that have good laning phase. He plays good lane runes. He has good laning in general. He prefers early game junglers, supports, things that fight a lot. So naturally, that makes us look like a more early game team now than we were before, which is not necessarily better or worse, just different. But I think that this way plays around his style better. So we're trying that out right now and testing, what's the pros and cons of this style.
Yeah. So you just beat Dignitas pretty handedly, but you also beat HATER pretty handedly yesterday.
It looks like everyone does these days.
Yeah. What is up? What do you think of HATER after
I think
that game?
they're just having a bit of a identity issue. Like they don't really know what they should be playing, and they're defaulting towards the scaling too much. I think yesterday against us, even if like T1 had that draft, we would probably won against them. I think it's 3 losing lanes with losing jungler in a game where you don't even like outscale that hard just isn't legal.
Yeah.
And I think that watching their games today against CLG, it's like they are winning lane bot, and they just all in for no reason and threw it away.
I mean, they drafted something that they didn't go as much of a scaling comp against CLG, right? So they are trying different stuff.
Yeah, they had more early game power in that game, and then they're winning lane bot, and they just flashed in, like they were like so hyped they were winning a lane or winning a game, and they were like, oh, we threw it away.
Yeah.
We went on the support, and the AD killed us both.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think they're just having a bit of a problem with both drafts. They're banning Ashe on both sides, for example. It shows weakness, for example, and I think that they're having some trouble in the game as well. They're way too slow, way too scaling heavy, and it's not going to work against teams like us or even CLG, who doesn't care about playing 3 winning lanes or like getting outscaled, or even against EG Fly. It seems it's not going to work. So yeah.
So there are 2 more weeks left in the regular season. Where would you rank at the end of week 6, or as we're wrapping up week 6, the top 4 teams?
Okay, so I'm a Golden Guardians hater.
Oh, you are? Okay.
Yeah, I am. I have never, even before lost to TL, I was never like a believer. We lost to them last time we played against them.
Yes, last week.
Yeah. And I feel like the game, we had this wacky level 1 where we tried this like sneak tactic behind, like there's like a little spot between the vision of the ward in the middle bush and the tower. We failed it, got chunked, also flashes. The game was just cringe after that. And I thought we got kind of robbed. But watching Golden Guardians games, I don't think they're bad by any means, but I don't think they're like, wow, they're like the best team in North America. The return of Stixay, I don't think that's like really what's happening here. I think they're just okay. I think EG, Fly, and C9 are all better than Golden Guardians.
Okay. So where would you rank?
I would rank the best teams to be Fly is a little better than everyone else. They're keeping good consistency.
Okay, so you still think they're better than you guys?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay.
But I think that, we're showing a lot of improvement every week, both in our scrims. Also, well, we did 6-0 Fly Quest in our scrims, literally this Thursday. No, Wednesday, the day before LCS. But they played well on stage. So I think Fly is playing better on stage than they are in scrims. But from seeing our scrims against them, I feel like they were far ahead at first, and now they're slowly being caught up to by us and EG. EG is a team that I was always holding in high regard because they have players like Vulcan and players like Inspired. Probably the best jungle support duo in the league. So I think it's like Fly is a little bit ahead of everyone else right now, but EG and C9 trailing right behind them. I guess if Fly loses to EG today, then it will just be like a 3-man
Sure.
Share for first place.
So I said top 4, so give me the 4th.
It doesn't matter. I guess Golden Guardians will be the 4th, but I think they're a tier below, even if they're on a hot streak right now.
Okay.
They lost TL, but you get it.
Yeah. All right. So you guys have been doing quite well. You're on the upswing. M&S seems to be working okay. Is he toxic as fuck?
Yeah, every single day. He gets in fist fight with players. He dies one time, he just out-forces the game. He throws insults, slurs you never heard before.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah,
okay, so I've seen this thing where M&S has all this history of being toxic, and then
Right.
when you try to bring it up, everybody makes jokes about it. So legitimately, has there been any moment where he started to get like really frustrated and you guys had to like calm him down, or is it just like chill?
No, but if there was,
Microphone up.
no, but if there was, I wouldn't tell you anyway. So it's
Okay.
like I don't know if you want to believe me or not, but no. I mean, we have like arguments, right? Like
I'm not
he's a
asking if he like raged or anything.
No, he's not raging. He's more demanding than Diplix
Okay.
is, or than most millionaires are. Like he's like, why aren't you guys coming mid this game? Why aren't you guys helping me? I'm like, because this is like, oh okay, makes sense, right? Like so far he's on his best behavior, but the thing is, I don't know that much about his past. I asked some people about it, and they were like, yeah, this happened. Okay, I talked to him about it. He's like, yeah, this is why I'm blah blah blah. I'm like, okay, and then I gave him a new chance because, like in EU, half the players there had like, okay, so back when I was in the LCS, we had this annual pro player meeting
Okay.
with Riot, right?
Yeah.
It was called the Player something.
Summit.
Player Summit, yeah. And about 20 people out of the 15 LCS, the LEC, will be dragged into this player behavior meeting. And I go in there, and I see half the LCS in there. I'm like, what's up, guys? And we're like talking about, how toxic we are and stuff. And I'm like, is MS really that bad? Like, sure, some of the stories I heard are a little bit bad, but I think everyone deserves a chance in a new environment. So I'm like, until I see it for myself, I don't give a shit about the past.
So this player behavior meeting was just like you guys are all like
Yeah.
they would determine that you guys all need some sort of therapy.
Yeah, and the best part about it was, but back then we had this thing where you would watch your chat logs from solo queue
Yeah.
and how toxic people were, and we're going in order of most toxic to least toxic,
Okay.
and then we would be laughing at each other and like having fun with it instead of like realizing how serious it actually was.
Gotcha.
So Riot decided that was a bad idea because people thought it was funny.
Yeah.
Who was most toxic towards random people in solo queue?
It was like the toxic awards.
the good old yeah, literally. You were like, fuck yeah, bro, you're being toxic as fuck, man. But nowadays we're reformed, obviously.
Yeah.
My point was that it's not that bad what I'm hearing,
Yeah.
and until I see it for myself, I don't care about his past. You know, whoa.
Yeah.
So far, Emran's been nothing but chill, nice guy. He's very demanding in game, and he's a good player. So I like what I'm seeing from him in every way. So far, I'm impressed by him.
Yeah. Very good. Well, I got to interview Toma, so we're going to wrap this up. But is there anything you want to say to anybody out there?
No.
You can check out the rest of my coverage of all things LCS right here on my YouTube channel. It's the Lunar Revel Party here at LCS. We just wrapped up a round robin 1. I don't know how many weeks it's been since this outro was filmed. Maybe you're like, Travis, you really need to film some new outros, but I don't, because I'm my own man and I employ myself. And you know how I employ myself? Because Alienware helps me out, and you can check out their link in the description below to continue helping me out. But maybe you think I need to make more outros, in which case maybe you should. No, you should. Go check out alienware.com/Travis. Link in the description.